Hey guys, it's Sebekx. Welcome to my Annie guide. She is extremely underrated and strong mid laner. She provides so much burst, which can one-shot a whole team and can control the whole map with the extra movement speed she gets. She's really good in solo queue. I managed to get 1000 points in Challenger playing mostly her. If you're a good Annie player, you will hard snowball the game, making picks and helping other lanes. With that in mind, let's get into the guide, and as usual, there are timestamps below. Annie passive is Pyromania. Every time she casts a spell, she gains a stack of Pyromania. Once she gets 4 stacks, her next spell will stun an enemy. This passive is very useful and you should see it on 3 or 4 stacks as often as you can. It helps you catch and burst people, or if you want to run away, you use it to stun someone, so you can escape. Annie Q is Disintegrate. Annie shots a fireball at a target enemy, dealing magic damage. If Annie kills a target with her Q, it will refund half of the mana and cooldown. The thing to note about the ability is that Annie's only targeted spell. So if you are only trying to stun one enemy, it is the best ability, so it cannot be avoided. Very often, people think that Annie always starts her combo with her T-burst. So trying to dodge her R, they flash away. So if you start with your Q, it will reach them after the flash and you can follow with your combo. Annie's W is Incinerate. Annie fires a cone of fire in a target direction, which will deal magic damage to all enemies hit. This is Annie's main wave clear ability and will allow you to show the wave if you are going to roam around the map. Annie's E is Molten Shield. Annie wraps herself in a fiery aura, which grants her decaying movement speed over 1.5 seconds, and it reduces the damage you take for 3 seconds. Enemies that attack you are dealt magic damage, and if T-burst is summoned, then this ability also applied to him. Due to movement speed boost, this ability is very useful for reaching people and also escaping from ganks. Annie's R is T-burst. Annie summons a bear in a burst of flames to a target location, which will deal magic damage to the surrounding enemies. T-burst deals damage surrounding him and with each auto attack. When he is initially summoned, his first 3 attacks will come out of the greater attack speed, and then will revert to normal. When Annie is killed, T-burst will go into a rage and gain movement speed and attack speed. You can also move T-burst around by pressing your R key, so you can use him to block enemy skill shots. For runes on Annie, I always go Electrocute. It synergizes great with Annie's main goal of bursting the enemy and with your spells. After that, I take Chip Shot. Since Annie has a stun that you can use very frequently, it synergizes extremely well with your kit. After that, I take Ghost Poro. This is up to personal preference. Zombie Ward and A-Ball Collection are good as well. Finally, I will take a Relentless Hunter. Annie is great with movement speed, not only for getting in range to use your combo, but also to move around the map. Then, for my secondary tree, I will take Inspiration with Biscuits and Time Warp Tonic. This helps you sustain in lane, and with the bonus movement speed you get from Time Warp Tonic, it will help you to get in range. For your build on Annie, I will start with Corrupting Potion. It's a great for your lane, sustain, and will pair well with your runes. Then, on my first base, I will look to pick up Dark Seal. It improves the healing you get from the Corrupting Potion, and will give you the option to go Magi's if you get fed. As a boots, you always go for Sorcerer Shoes. For my first item, I will rush Hextech Protobelt. Along with giving you a gap close, it also provides you with a lot of extra burst and wave clear. It's a great item for Annie. After that, your build becomes more open. The most often I buy is Spellbinder. It's another kit that gives you movement speed, and active of this item fits very well with any abilities, giving you some AP boosts for your burst. If you are the only one AP in your team, you can go for Magic Penetration build with Oblivion Orb. If enemy team has a lot of healing, such as Soraka, Yumi, Vladimir or Aatrox, you should buy Morello no Mikon. Next item is Rabadon Death Cap or Void Staff, if enemy team builds a lot of magic resists. Then, depending on the game, you can build Banshee's Veil, Zonia's Hourglass, or Liandry's Torment. With Annie, the easiest is to catch people when you have your flash up, but if you don't, then you rely on the fog and good position. That's why you should swap your Trinket to Sweeper when it comes to mid-game, so around 15 to 20 minutes in the game, making sure enemy team doesn't see you. For your skill order on any, level 1 I start with Q. It helps you push the wave and is the best for trading. Then level 2 I take W, since it's your another damage spell. Most people like to max Q first, however I think that maxing W is better. You get a lot more wave clear with maxing that first, and it doesn't affect your burst damage. Next I'll max my Q since it's my other damage spell, and then max E last, taking a point in your ultimate whenever available. For your summoners on any, I always take flash and teleport. TP will help you in some hard matchups in mid, making you to be able to base and teleport back to lane, getting back full corrupting potion stacks. But mostly you want to use your TP to help another lanes. Annie has a great setup with her CC and burst, so her TPs are very efficient. Teleport is very useful on her the whole game. During mid or late game, it's important to have a good map awareness and search for opportunities for your teleport. If you're enjoying this video, please subscribe. In lane on Annie, there is a lot of things to consider. Annie has a high base attack range, so abusing it in lanes with your auto attacks is important. Stacking your stun is a major part of playing Annie in lane. With your stun up, you can harass enemy mid laner using Q, then W and auto attack proccing your electrocute. If you are in danger of getting ganked, you should hold your stun so it's ready to help you escape when enemy jungler comes. Annie synergizes well with junglers that can follow up her combo or have a lot of damage, such as Lee Sin, Rek'Sai, Graves, Jarvan. With those champions, you will win almost every 2v2 on mid lane, so you are able to get advantage in the lane, and if the enemy mid laner is playing too safe and it's hard to gank, then you push your way for free and roam around the map. Her roaming is great and it will let you get ahead and dominate the map. Always having a ping ward in the river is a great way to enable this playstyle. A lot of the strength of Annie is playing in a fog of war. If the enemies don't know where you are, they should be afraid that you can show up anywhere on the map. Along with this, looking for flanks is great on Annie and should be the primary thing that you want to do while playing Annie outside the lane. Annie is great at engaging fights with her flash alt combo. If a squishy enemy is out of position, then make sure to capitalize by flash alting them. Look often at the enemy team item. Search who is gonna be the most efficient to use your combo on. If a squishy enemy champion has no MR, then he should be your target. Also look at the shutdowns. Using her great ability to make picks allows you to have a big chance of killing enemy fed member, getting shutdown gold and making a comeback. It's the easiest to make catches with your flash up, but since it's 5 minutes cooldown, you need to be smart how to use it. So you need to also think when you want to catch someone. For example, if Drake spawns in 30 seconds, if you killed someone during this time, then your team gets a free dragon. Another example, if in the mid or late game Nashor is up, if you catch and one-shot enemy jungler, then your team can start the Nash and look to finish it since enemy team has no smite. Overall, Annie is extremely consistent and forgiving champion to pick up and play. She can control the map very heavily and by herself carry a game with her engages and damage. And while not having the most difficult mechanics, can show how skilled you are at moving around the map, playing with fog, making picks and finding good engages. Thanks for watching the guide. If you want more guides like this, subscribe to the Monster Rugby Gaming YouTube channel. You can also see us play in the NLC every Tuesday and Wednesday, starting at 6 PM GMT.